People's Choice Award-winning iHeartRadio podcast, Becca, Tilley, and Tanya Rad. What up, Epicon? Are you guys ready to welcome our Grace panel? Yes! Alright, let's give it up for Adelaide, Kane, Camilla, Luddington, Raver, Borelli, and Wow. Oh my gosh. I mean, what an honor. What a full circle moment to be up here hosting this panel of Gray's royalty. It really just feels like a full circle moment, honestly, just taking it all in right now.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's pretty amazing.
Well, we have a lot of fans. What Epicon is all about the fans. And so we want to make sure that we give the fans enough time to ask all their questions. I'm sure there's going to be a ton for you. So, what we want to do is we want to get all the fans that have a question for anybody to line up behind that microphone, just so we have a gauge of how many people that we have.
This is like a workout here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I do our Pilates.
There we go.
Yoga.
Okay, so we've got a good solid crew. We're not going to go quite yet. So we're going to warm you guys up a little bit.
Yeah,
Are we going fans first since we gapped too much yesterday and didn't have enough time for everyone's questions?
Yeah. We gapped a lot yesterday, so we'll make sure to give the fans their time. But
because we're fans ourselves, so
yeah, we
can
sit here all day.
It's not about us. I just want to start off, is there a single episode where you look back on this show that's been running for so many seasons where you go, that episode is something that will live with me forever?
That we shot or that we are a fan of?
Oh, either. I
Yeah,
like either.
I got one. I would say the shooter episode.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
Season 6. That
You were incredible in that.
I forgot that I was in that.
It was just such a epic moment. The whole two-part. I remember having this screening party. I had people come over to watch the 2 episodes together, and it was like a thriller. It was people were screaming and jumping out of their seats. I'm like, is this a real show? What are we doing? But yeah, it was so emotional, so moving. Everybody really gave it their all, and it was like it was a moment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so interesting that I was from my favorite ones too, and the actor who played the shooter, what made it so incredible was he is the kindest, most gentle human being, and we saw each other by the trailers and started talking, and it was just so, I think because he's such a wonderful human being, he brought that to this very difficult role to play, which gave it this eerie just sense of suspended time.
And compassion.
Yes.
He had compassion for this in a really weird way. So human.
I remember pacing my bedroom, frantic during this episode. It was so unhinged. And then I remember seeing him in something, a movie or a TV show after, and I saw his face and my soul left my body. But I'm so happy he's in my stand.
She said, I'm so happy.
Anyone else?
I was going to say something to make you remember for good or for bad. There were a couple of them that were bad.
To shoot the musical.
Oh, the plane crash. That was yeah.
Were you shocked by your storyline in that one? Like what happened?
Well, yeah, and also it was like a contract negotiation year, so I was a little scared when I went down in the plane. I remember it being the thing where it was like, you have to take 3 days. Like, who's on the plane? Who's on the plane? It's like I was like hugely pregnant, and so the reason why I always had blankets on me was not because I was cold. I had giant babies there, so it was also a lot of it was a tough shoot.
I feel like they even told us that some people were not going to make it to the next season.
Yes.
That was like a thing that was
Yes.
to all of us. And we don't know.
We were in peril, literally and figuratively.
So they said some people were coming back, but they didn't tell anyone specifics?
No.
Until you got it.
No, because they work out the budget stuff, we wrap it probably in May, and then they figure out budget stuff usually in June before it goes back
and then spoiler alert.
Yeah. That was the saddest.
Yeah, did not take the torch.
She crushed that food.
Yeah,
So good.
Is that a time thing there?
Oh, she's crushed.
Adelaide, Camilla, Jake, any episodes?
I mean, my like Levi monologue coming out and talking about his experience in the ambulance was a huge moment for me personally. And definitely a huge moment for Levi. And then we obviously got very steamy in that ambulance when the storm stopped. But it was definitely a big moment for both our characters. It's something I'll always remember.
Yeah, it was very important to so many people.
Yeah.
I as a fan, I love the shooting episode. That's honestly my favorite. I wasn't even in it, but I got my those great episodes. And then Silent all these years, which was the one we dealt with sexual assault.
You were amazing.
That was a difficult episode, but we came here in that too. And that one for me.
I would say, having watched the show, the episode where the guy had the old shell in his body,
Yes.
and Meredith has to put her hand inside the body cavity to blow up at any time. And just like the idea is so sacrificed, and then when it does, just that anything, it's really inappropriate, sorry. Just that, life is fleeting, stuff happens, and you really need to take advantage and appreciate every moment as it comes, because you never know how your life could change at any given moment.
Yeah, that was a great episode. Fantastic episode.
Like redness.
Pinkness.
Yeah.
It was a couple of episodes.
Okay, I mean, honestly, it is like so crazy looking down at this line of you because like, it's just so crazy. So, I'm gonna turn to the fans. If you could say your name and ask your question, and we will get to the fans. We love you guys so much.
Okay, my name's Gabby. I love everything you guys have done. You're a huge inspiration for me. But was there any piece of advice given to your character where you have then taken it into your own life?
I have a moment when April loses her baby. I think it was in that episode when Samuel dies, but she has a voiceover that says, just because something feels, I can't even come up with it. Just because something feels like it's broken doesn't mean it can't be fixed. Or it was something like that. I don't know exactly, or maybe it was during the divorce. I don't know. But there's something about that line that I kind of live by in the like hunting for the beauty and the light in the midst of pain, and like recognizing that like really hard things happen all the time and they help us grow. And just because something feels a certain way doesn't mean that's the end of the story. And I think I have always taken that to heart in a really big way.
Thank you. My name is Paige. I asked Jessica this earlier, but if your character in the show was told they could not be in their specialty anymore, which specialty would they change to?
Should we go down the line? Yeah, let's go.
I'd be chief.
Oh, she's such a good chief. But I'm not giving it up.
Are you cheap now?
No, we'll see.
Yeah,
Stay tuned.
it might be legal.
I don't have a specialty yet. Jules doesn't have one yet, but she wants to go into cardio.
I would do trauma because Sarah Drew looks so awesome every episode. And I was like, I want to do that.
Probably peds. I think I would go take care of the little ones.
Maybe neuro. I'm so me person. I'm so mesmerized by our brain and its capability. And the only thing is, I watch what they have to do, and it's so little. Like during the scenes that they're shooting, they're like, beep, boop, boop. I would probably lose it. Like I love Teddy's in there and things are happening and it's much more physical. But in terms of studying the brain, maybe it's really good that way.
I answered this before, but my answer was neuro as well.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm also Gabby. I'm from Michigan, and there's two Gabbies here. I wanted to ask you, I'm a mental health therapist, and your subject matters usually are pretty traumatic for a lot of people who are probably watching it. Can you tell me, how do you decompress from handling some of the like really intense scenes or subject matters?
It's hard sometimes. I think it takes us time sometimes. I have to say, this is kind of like an answer to the other question about what is Joe and kind of like something that your character did that then spoke to you. Joe got therapy before I got therapy. And so I like, there's parts of the show that encouraged me to go get help. In my own life, but also like, you do deal with some really heavy subject matter. And I can tell when one of us is going through a very long, dark storyline because they feel heavier even outside of film.
I remember when I was going through the April Jackson divorce, it was so heavy and there was so much trauma in there. And I remember going home one day and my husband being like, "Can I talk to Sarah and not April?" Like, she was living with her children and that husband who loves you very much. Release the false trauma. Because your body doesn't know the difference. When you're really in there and playing those, I went into early labor, playing the labor delivery and death scene of the baby Samuel. Like, fully a month early had a premature baby after playing that scene. So, like, it lives in our body. And then, like, stays with us. And, yeah, I have, like, a bath routine. I have, a drive home and then a decompress, take a bath, and, like, kind of breathe through it. That's sort of my little thing,
I think finding the joy in between and the laughter. I mean, I remember when Henry, when the show was dying, and I just felt, when I'm like tired and stressed, I get like just major giggles, and it was a late Friday night, and the crew had been working really hard, and Henry was dying, and in between, I could not stop laughing. And I think the crew, I remember Scott Fuller was like, "Cameron's crying," and the crew is shaking, and I'm like, I think you just broke Cameron. Like, I couldn't stop laughing, and I think we have a really amazing group, and I think finding the joy and the laughter in between it, and definitely therapy.
I came out of the closet publicly to the world, which was a huge life-changing moment for me, and I sort of had to recontextualize myself. But what was really cool is that Levi was going through the same thing, and so there was some catharsis in it for me, where I could express some of these big emotions through him and through some of the writing, and get to talk to the writers about what I would say and what I think Levi would say. So there was something kind of cool about doing that in tandem with him. Yeah, and therapy. Definitely.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mandy. I'm from Wisconsin. I actually just started watching Grey's Anatomy about a year ago. My son's girlfriend suggested it, and I'm addicted. I've watched it, I don't even know how many times, every season. Can't wait for the new season. My question though is for Sarah. Last night I saw online an article that said that Jesse Williams is coming back, and in the article it said that he will be joined by a familiar face. Can you tell us if that's you?
No one's talking to me about that. It is me, I don't know. Yeah, you just me.
Thank you, love you guys.
Hello, my name is Zara. My question is, if you could describe your character this season with one song, what would it be?
Do we have to sing it?
Please. Why don't we go down the line?
What song?
With a song.
Please start.
I have no
ticket. Sold by Jen. We'll have to think on it, and we'll shout out as we go on. Okay? What do you think?
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I get anxious when anyone asks me what songs I like. Just what songs I like, I don't know what to say.
Hi, my name's Sierra. I was just wondering, what is your favorite storyline that your character's been through so far?
I loved having her brother on the show. It was so much fun, and I got to be funny, and the actor which was like such a great sport. Let me smack him the way that I do my little brother. That was super fun.
My favorite storyline is when Levi finds out that he can't film Camilla anymore because he's queer, which was a huge storyline that I wanted to put my shoulder behind and get out there because it's something obviously that I've dealt with in my life that I think is totally horrible and hypocritical. And I thought it was perfect for Levi because in the early seasons we knew him as Bloodbang, someone who saved lives with his, universal donor blood, and now all of a sudden, because he's queer, he can't. So that is a huge storyline that I also want to continue revisiting and as long as change and things like that.
I think for me, Joe running into her ex-husband was really like coming out of the elevator and having that
Oh
moment.
my, I just got full body chills.
I know, that was really crazy. Those couple episodes were really fun. I know it sounds weird, but it was really fun to play that.
With Matthew Morrison.
With Matthew Morrison, yeah. And he was great because I loved him from Glee, but he played a great villain.
So mad.
He was so mean. Yeah. My favorite was April's loss of faith and then her return to it with the rabbi. It's my hands down favorite moment I ever got to have on a show. It's all written that he's the most incredible actor. His parents were actually Holocaust survivors. And he told me stories of what they went through to keep me emotionally in a space I needed to be for that scene the whole day that we shot. It was one of those and Kevin Kid directed, and he did such a beautiful job of getting kind of out of our way and just letting us play it like it was a play. And anyway, I will forever hold that story in my heart.
Me. I guess you went in a real walk down memory lane with that question. Like that one? What that one? Looking back on it, the one that's just sticking out in my mind right now is the wedding.
Yeah.
Because it was shockingly so sort of new. And that was, I think that was exciting to play. It was very, it was also, our particular ship and our characters just went through so many hard times, and it was such a beautiful, happy storyline. We were very grateful for that.
I think going back, where Tanya goes back in the military days, with Owen and I, it was just such a great opportunity to just really experience, being on the base and what that was like for the two of them and for their history, and I think just sort of building back for Teddy and just sort of how really what no one in her life, but those moments that you see her in the military hospitals.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Brad, and I'm creating a fun hypothetical for you. You got some new writers, you got some new producers, and what they've told you is, you gotta forget the love interest you had while you're on the show. They want you to choose a different love interest from all the years on the show. Who would you choose?
Oh, that's a good one. It's so good. Okay.
Oh, that's pressure.
I'm gonna say that me and Joe's love continued to flourish after that one night. She didn't stuff in my glasses. She didn't find out I lived with my mom.
We live in a basement together.
Yes, it's still down at like
I also think basement sex.
Christina Yang, Sandra. You know what you want to say.
Thank you, guys.
Great question.
Hi, I love all of you guys. I have a friendship bracelet that I forgot to give Jessica for you. This is for Jessica. Do you still wear heelys?
Do I still wear heelys?
Yes.
I never wore heelys.
Really?
Only Arizona wore heelys. These aren't heelys.
Those aren't heelys? Yeah, the real shoes. Yeah, the real shoes. I wore those in Arizona, and Jessica had to learn how to use them in a 24-hour period, actually like a 14-hour period. So I took them home from wardrobe after I had chosen them. I don't know why I chose them, but I did. And I took them home, and then I learned how to use them by using my kitchen island for stability and then dragging myself around it. And then the next day, I was on camera doing it, and so it kind of was cemented. It was just like, this is going to be how it is. And I had to get better at it, but I never took them home. I never wore them as Jessica. I only wore them as Arizona.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Michelle. First of all, I'm so excited you all are here, and Sarah loved you from back in the Overwood days, so we're going to play that. I'm seeing Deborah when she was on the show as well. It was like full circle. So my question is for anyone who would be able to think quickly. Obviously, the fact that you all have survived working at that hospital is amazing. If you could bring in any catastrophe that hasn't happened, what would you have happen?
You have to be very careful to answer that because the writers are like, that's a great idea.
Let's do it. And then all of a sudden you're like in water up to your eyeballs and you're like, what?
You're on a cruise ship.
Yeah, I was going to say that is like Titanic and it's great around me.
The water's freezing, there are no boats. Jack, what we have in Jack? So cold.
A zombie apocalypse.
Oh, a zombie apocalypse! Yes!
Do you want to?
Yes! Sarah's here for the win. Has there been earthquakes? I mean, if there are earthquakes, yeah, probably not.
Has there been an earthquake or not?
We've done an earthquake.
I have always wanted one of the doctors to have like a dream sequence episode where it's all a dream that there's this like great, well no, but that there's like, yes, well I know this, but that there's like crazy accidents that wouldn't happen normally, like someone's turning into candy, or like something, like, you know what I mean, like crazy, and we have to like figure out how to fix them, like something so weird. I think that would be
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
They're all great.
Well, thank you.
Hi, my name's Mackenzie, and I have a question for well, I have two questions. My first question is for Jess and Camilla. What's your favorite episode of your guys' podcast?
When the hell is not yet?
I think it's about to come up, you guys. We're testing sex toys.
Yeah. Yeah. That one's sure be.
Did you like go home and
We're gonna. Well, we asked some ladies, we were doing a sex toy episode, and we're like, send us the best of the best. And we're being sent them, and I think that we have to try to do this.
I think you have to.
There's gonna be a real unboxing of it. It's coming up for me. Jessica, I know what word it is, but for me, oh my God. That's gonna be.
What did you say?
I'm saying sex toys is gonna be my favorite.
Yeah. I think that is.
But they're all really
I'm predicting that, but of the ones that have been out,
Breakup
I do
revenge.
really love the crazy breakups.
Yeah, the breakup revenge weapons.
They're
Unhinged.
My second question is for everyone. If you could bring back someone that died, who would it be and why?
Ooh, I'd bring Scott Foley back.
Of
course!
Scott Foley. First of all, Scott to work with is just so dreamy and funny, and it's such a great time together. And I just loved kind of their banter back and forth, and why Tanya was doing what she does. It's sort of a very idea that was like selfless, like trying to help someone, but then falls hopelessly in love. So.
I love that relationship.
Yeah. But I love the relationship I'm in. So. Teddy's in. Teddy knew, but I had to bring one back.
I never got to work with Tyler, so I would bring Lexi.
I was gonna say that too.
John and Lexi could have been maybe.
I feel like their story weren't done yet. Yeah. And she was her character. No, I was just gonna say, like, I think that Kyler's character was so multifunctional. Like, she really kind of, I remember being in Tilley and being like, how does she do it? Because the writers would give her actually everything. It was like the Swiss Army knife of actresses. Like, she could handle, she was so funny, and well, she still is, but I mean, it was, but I think I think that she brought so much to the show because she could just do so much.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Emily. My question is for Jessica and Camilla. Before Call It What It Is was called Call It What It Is, was there like a name that you guys had kind of been toying with for calling the podcast?
Oh my God, we were Attention Whores. Attention Whores was on the table. It's like,
I know.
loved it.
Some people thought that had a negative connotation. I was like, what do you mean?
That's so good. We went Attention Whores, and then branding, we're like, I don't know if that can, will people buy the t-shirt? Eventually?
Yeah, right? The naming process was actually really fun. And very difficult. And I think I remember landing on it because it was, we went back, we reverse engineered, like what do we hope to do with this podcast? And what's our call to action? What's the answer we're supplying? And it was like, oh, when someone said something, that you just call it what it is instead of talking around it. You just speak directly to it.
Which is very you too. No, it's very, that's what's so great about it. So I guess if I mainly like
Well, and the hope is that you do it with, if you're calling it what it is with someone who's a trusted partner, it's not negative. It's actually a part of your relationship, and it's actually can be very, very nutritive. Helpful.
Thank you.
That's a wrap on the questions. Thank you all so much for taking the time to come and meet the fans and do panels and answer the questions, because I know there's a lot going on in the world, and it's so amazing for us to get to have these experiences. So thank y'all, and will you give it up for these amazing